It's 8:30. Good morning. I'm Ian Crouch with Hunter News. It's believed a fault in a circuit board sparked a fire which destroyed a home at Pecolbin overnight. Firefighters raced to the home in Gillards Road at about 5:30 yesterday afternoon to find the house up in flames. It took several hours to completely extinguish the fire, which left the house and its contents in ruins. A 68-year-old man and a 69-year-old woman who lived there were able to self-evacuate unharmed. A 34-year-old woman is due to front court next month accused of high-range drink driving with a child in her car at Maitland. Officers conducting a roadside RBT on the New England Highway pulled over a red Ford Falcon yesterday with the woman returning a positive test. Police also noticed a 7-year-old boy in the back seat. It's alleged the woman later returned a blood alcohol reading of .227 at Maitland Police Station, more than 4 times the legal limit. Work is due to start on a new Catholic school at Medowie in the next fortnight. After 6 years of planning, the Catholic Diocese of Maitland and Newcastle has been given approval to build the $110 million education precinct on Medowie Road to be known as the Catherine Macaulay Catholic College. Year 7 and 8 students are expected to start in Term 1 of 2021, with the school to eventually cater for primary and secondary students. Catholic Diocese Chief Executive Sean Scanlon has told NBN News the school will be open to Catholics and non-Catholics.
Families have been asking for us to have a high school closer to them. They're often travelling 2 hours a day to Newcastle for Catholic education, but at the same time we're expecting over 7,000 new households in that Medowie area, so we'll be meeting that growing demand for Catholic and non-Catholic students.
The Nurses and Midwives Association is heading to the Industrial Relations Commission today to discuss staff shortages at the John Hunter Hospital's Medical Imaging Department. Nurses there have been complaining about the heavy workload and concerns for patient safety for months, but say Hunter New England Health has done nothing to address the issue. The association says the Medical Imaging Department needs between 5 and 7 extra registered nurses to cope with the current workload. A statewide police operation gets underway today in a bid to cut the road toll in regional areas, including the Hunter. Operation Chrome will involve Highway Patrol and General Duties Police and runs until midnight on Sunday, focusing on speeding and drink driving. 23 people have lost their lives on Hunter Road so far this year. The University of Newcastle will host a Science in Practice showcase tomorrow in a bid to make science more accessible to all. Dr. Karl Krzyzolniski will take part in the event, being held in celebration of National Science Week. Associate Professor Peter Howley says he hopes the day shines some light on the importance of STEM.
Well, we think it's important for everyone to realise that science is perhaps more accessible than people realise, and to really be able to see and have demonstrated before them how and where science is actually being used in society, as well as them to be able to engage with activities themselves, hands-on activities, and experience science.
2NURFM Sport.
The Newcastle Knights have been handed an ideal opportunity to turn their season around, with Cowboys big gun Jason Taumalolo ruled out with a foot injury. The Tongan is widely regarded as the NRL's most destructive forward, and his absence will be sorely felt by the North Queensland side, who are also without Josh Maguire through suspension. Knights prop Josh King is playing his 50th NRL game for the Red and Blue and says it's a must-win for them.
A lot of pressure on the boys to perform, obviously, and we want to be in the top 8 side, so we'll be going out there this weekend to do a good job.
Overseas imports Abdiel Arroyo and Wes Houlihan showed their class last night in the Jets' 2-0 win over Hamilton. Arroyo powered home a first-half goal and combined well with Houlihan and Dimi Petratos up front, while Houlihan covered plenty of turf and was enthusiastic in chasing, tackling and ball distribution. Coach Ernie Merrick says Arroyo could have scored a couple more goals because he was in the right place for a cross or a through ball. And the winning numbers in Powerball are 24, 35, 27, 30, 21, 7 and 14, and the Powerball number is 13. 2NURFM News Time, 26 to 9.